Breaking news out of West Baltimore. An officer is recovering at shock trauma after being shot in the foot in West Baltimore.
Yeah, we're told the suspect is in critical condition. The Attorney General's Office of Maryland is investigating.
Fox 45's Keith Daniels is live at shock trauma with the latest. Keith.
Well, Maxine and Kai, you said it, the officer here now in fair condition, the way the commissioner describes it, and the suspect, an adult male, his identity unknown. He is in critical condition. Bring him.
This evening at approximately 7:17 p.m., officers were patrolling the area of around Pennsylvania Avenue and Lawrence Street. Officers got out of the vehicle to attempt to stop an individual who took off running. They believed he had been armed. The man ran from officers, and a brief struggle ensued when they caught up to him. At some point, the male broke away from an officer, pointed a handgun, and fired his weapon. As an officer was struck in the foot, multiple officers returned fire, striking the male. The male was transported to an area hospital where he's currently listed in critical condition. We're still very early in the stages of this investigation. I can confirm that a weapon was located on the scene where the male was found. Officers in fair condition here at Shock Trauma. I want to thank the staff here at Shock Trauma, our great partners here, for always taking care of our officers. We're still awaiting identity of the male, however, we do believe he's an adult. At this time, we've activated our critical incident reporting policy, and our special investigations response team is working alongside the Maryland Attorney General's office. A few questions.
Oh, dummy. They got every fucking time. I think y'all should have just heard these motherfucking shots just went off. I think a nigga just went off with Tommy. They got every fucking time out in the fucking century, dummy. Listen, look how low the fucking chop is, bro. Hey, bro, y'all should have heard them bitches, bro. What the fuck? Bro, I swear to God, yo, oh my God, bro, it sound like a switch battle out this bitch. But I think, oh my God, dummy, yo, it had to be a police officer, bro. I ain't never seen this many timeouts, bro. Bro, what the fuck? I can't even hold the fucking camera, I mean. Yo, what the fuck? Dummy, this had to be a police-involved shooting, dummy. What the fuck? Dummy. Bro, look at this shit. They ain't even stopping the car, dummy. Bro, they don't got nowhere else to go, bro.
Beat you! Kill the shit out you! It's clapped out, yo. Clapped out. All you bitches. Get out this bitch down with them. And this bitch the fuck out. I'm telling you. I be and this bitch the fuck out. I'm telling you. What's up, bro? I'm trying to tell you, I ain't even playing. Brother, I'll be one dead ass nigga. You wanna spray the mace, boy, you a bitch!
Nigga just ain't like 22. We can't even go around. Oh, they counting this bitch like the president was in this motherfucker, yo.
Hey, Mike. Hey, Mikey.
Oh, this shit crazy, bro.
You said the police shot him?
The police shot him. That's why they came down here so deep. Where he at? Where he gone? Where the fuck is the body at? They hiding it. They fighting the police. Yo, they start macing out this bitch. I'm suing. I swear to God, so I'm getting all police faces and badge numbers. Let me zoom the fuck in.
Yo, 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 what's up, people? We is back. Another day on Keep It G News. And they all in Baltimore City, y'all, to talk about a situation that we talked about last night on live. But more information that came out. So yesterday on Pennsylvania Avenue, by the Pennsylvania Avenue Market, a man was gunned down by the police department. Now, in them clips I played for y'all in the beginning, I let y'all see the news, the police chief, and the community, and how everybody responded to the situation. But at this time, I didn't know the real details, and I still don't. You know, we're not going to get the real details until we get the body camera footage. But typically in these type of situations, you dealing with a nigga in the streets, drug dealer, or, you know. And how they always try to present it is, just because somebody has a firearm on them, they're a danger and they're a threat to society. Yo, but I would probably say, yo, most people that's riding around with firearms, even if it's not legally possessed, aren't walking around with intent to kill. They're actually walking around with intent to defend, you know, with intent to make it home at night. Because we got to understand, Baltimore is a dangerous city, just like a lot of other cities across the country. And part of the problem that I be having with the police department is they don't know how to differentiate between the two. They don't know how to pick out the problems versus just making the whole community the problem and treating the whole community like criminals, because newsflash, the whole community ain't criminals. And for the most part, y'all, it's a small piece that they're running in the streets. Majority of them is in the age range maybe from 14 or 13 or maybe 25. But in this situation, it's different. Because what you're going to find out, and like I said, we still got to see the body camera footage because the details don't really make sense. The officer being shot in the foot. Then you find out this man, who goes by the name of BJ, was shot 20 times. And I told you, yo, most scenarios, yo, shooting the police is a death sentence. And most people ain't willing to die about it. You understand what I'm saying? So whenever you had these situations, and thank God for body cameras, even though they can manipulate the footage, but it was a time back in the day when you had these situations where you can only take the police account of what happened. And a lot of times the community know, because they witnessed these things, that what the police said happened isn't what happened. Now, like I said, I don't know the details. We gotta wait for the body camera footage. But I just find it very strange that the police would kill a man that looks like a member of society, a guy that was trying to make an honest living. I don't know what else he did. But on the outside looking in, the guy that the police actually killed was a fruit vendor in Pennsylvania Avenue.
That's the name for fruit and vegetable vendors that sell produce on horse-drawn carts. At only 25, Jay has been grabbing most of his life. He starts his day by loading his cart with local, freshly bought produce, clear in color.
I got cabbage, I got collard greens, I got string beans.
With veteran Lala by his side, the men head off on what could be an 11-mile walk. Mixed with the sounds of daily life, for Jay, who says his love for the job has kept him out of trouble.
Oh, I'm gonna keep on going till I can't walk no more. We gonna be around. We ain't going nowhere. It's been around over 100 years. It shouldn't go nowhere.
In an age where more people are getting goods home delivered, this centuries-old trade seems on the road to a revival.
Like I said, I don't know his history. I don't know his resume. I don't know his jacket. But what I can say is, from the outside looking in, is this guy seemed like he just had a gun to protect himself. And when you listen to the police account of what happened, he was minding his business, walking down the street, and police just jumped out on him. A struggle ensued. Now they said he shot the police. I'm willing to say that the police probably shot the other officer. You talking about 20 gunshots fired, or him hit 20 times and no telling how many shots was fired. I just find it hard to believe that the police officer got shot in the foot. You understand? Like, who shoots police in the foot? It just doesn't make sense to me. Maybe the gun went off. But I want to know how y'all feel about this in the comments. I want to say rest in peace to this dude. I think his name was BJ. And this is a sad situation, because if people not familiar in some of these communities, you got food deserts, and a lot of food that's being sold in the community is unhealthy. So you got a guy who took it upon himself, and he probably come from a history of this. But he decided to provide fruit and vegetables to the community, you know, fresh fruit, fresh vegetables. And that's something that the community needs. Now, it's gone. You know, now somebody might pick up where he left off, but this is still a devastating blow for Baltimore. Now it makes sense to me why the community was so up in arms, because you killed somebody that was a solid member of the community. He wasn't there to harm nobody. And if he did have a firearm on him, it wasn't there to rob or kill. It was there to protect himself and protect his investment, because no matter how you look at it, in a city like Baltimore, you got to be protected, whether it's legally or illegal. But let me know how y'all feel about this in the comments. It's another day of Keep It G News.